What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of FightCast on the Darion Terry Show. Oh my goodness, guys. This is so crazy. Conor's back in business. He's laying people out. In 40 seconds. When you go ahead and go into details about people getting laid out in 40 seconds, someone that has the most wins in the UFC. Has the most wins in the UFC. He has the most knockdowns, most finishes. This dude, he dismantled Cowboy. He made Cowboy look so weak and feeble. It was kind of weird. And he did it, and he looked big. He looked big at 170. He looked strong. He looked accurate. He looked fast. This guy's a fucking problem. He really is. He's a fucking problem. I don't know what's going to happen, though, if Conor stays at 170. So I just want to go and open up his cast with that. I don't know what's going to happen. Because he might run into the Masvidals. He might run into the Usmans. But aren't you curious? Aren't you curious? Don't you want to see what would happen if he did run into these people? I know I do. I know exactly, right? It's so ridiculous. UFC Auckland is about to be going on this weekend. Man, you know what? This looks like the headliner. The headliner looks pretty good. Let me see here. Did they even do? Oh, they're talking about, I'm looking right now and seeing if, I know weigh-ins are going to go ahead and be Friday, but damn, I'm really all about this life, bro. Paul Felder, dude. Paul Felder. Did you think he beat Edson Barboza in his last fight? I don't know. I didn't like that decision. I thought Edson won that one. No lie. It's just all kickboxing. Edson Barboza is a fucking beast. Edson was pretty much taking it to him. If you look at the strike count, I can't believe. It's kind of weird. But at the same time, Paul Felder is a performer. He's a performer. Yes. So we're going to see what happened here. Man, dude, Dan Hooker's a fucking beast, man. I don't know what's going to happen inside of that one. Hooker first of all, this is in his home country. Dan Hooker's been tearing people up. Okay, did you see what he did to Alaquina? He made him look silly. Okay, then you go against James Vick. He gets that quick knockout. Nice little stutter step, hook, little stutter step hook. We fake one way, boom, and then come with the other. It was pretty nasty. When I see things like that, I don't know. I don't know who to go for in that one. I want Paul Felder to kind of win, but I love Dan Hooker. I love watching Dan Hooker fight, though, man. He's got a lot of tricky shit. He's got a lot of things that are just like versatile, very versatile. So yeah, I want to see him fight more. So. What's so crazy, though? Okay, now we have this whole Tony Ferguson versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. This is going to be amazing. I don't know what's going to happen. Here's the thing. I'm pretty sure Khabib's going to win that one. I really do believe Khabib's going to actually take the victory on that one. But it's like one of those ordeals where Tony does have like a fighting chance, especially on his feet. Tony's a wrestler as well. I don't know if he's going to be able to keep him off of his legs. I think it's going to turn into like an intense grappling match, which really wouldn't go in Tony's favor, because they have like two different forms of grappling, and with Khabib just having that kind of smash game, man, he'd have to get Khabib tired or something. And Khabib just doesn't get tired. He not only doesn't get tired, when he gets on you, it's like he feels at home. It's weird. And so he just beats the hell out of you. I'm concerned about that. I'm concerned about that for Tony Ferguson, man, because, he really could get his ass beat by this dude. But I think it's still going to, Tony doesn't run out of gas either. And so, that's the thing. That's what makes it a brawl the whole time. But it's going to be a grappling brawl. I mean, this is what I solely predict right here. A monstrous grappling brawl. Just because the fact is, like, that's what they do. Tony's really good at standing up. He really has amazing stand-up. But it probably won't go down that way, it just probably won't go down that way. You know what I'm saying? Khabib doesn't even stand up with you. And it's probably going to be later on in the rounds after he went ahead and worked them out. He's going to go ahead and try to work Tony, like really fucking work him. And then, third, fourth round, he starts standing up with him. We'll see, just like he did with Conor, in round 3 of their last fight. I just think it's going to go that way. I think it's going to go that way. So I hope Tony could pull this out, but it's just one of those ordeals. All right. So ridiculous. Right now, I'm going to pick Khabib. I'm going with Khabib on this one. I have to. It's a must. Man. All right. I know you guys saw the latest fight night. Okay. Well, Jan Blachowicz went ahead and made his case to fight Jon Jones. Knocking out Corey Anderson in the first round, which is a fucking... That's amazing achievement. Corey... Yeah, like literally strange power, bro. So I'm gonna see. Here's the weird part about that whole ordeal, is how strange the fucking power is on Jan. You know, Jan's knocked out Luke Rockhold like that. Jan Blachowicz, has knocked out Luke Rockhold in a stunning fashion. He also just knocked out Corey Anderson in a stunning fashion in the early rounds. I'm not saying he's gonna be able to do that to Jon Jones. I'm just saying he's done that in the past. Now, Jon literally is a different type of beast. I don't think he's really going to be in range a lot. Jon has a very long reach. And that's why Reyes was like almost there with big strikes. And he just was just out of reach. That's why that fight was so defensive, because Reyes just really mows people down. He's pretty much bigger than everybody that he fights. But Reyes was just about as big as Jon was, and Jon had longer reach than him. That's why I was just like, he just couldn't get to him all the time, especially in the fourth and the fifth round. I don't think he just didn't land clean a lot. You know, he had like one almost clean uppercut, but there wasn't enough to his game that just make me say, you know what, he clearly won that fight. You know, here's the thing. I know people are going to probably try to say, oh yeah, he outstruck him. Judging was all over the place that night. Even the strikes that were landed for Reyes were all over the place that night. In the second round, when he went on that flurry and that spree where he's chasing Jon around, here's the thing. They slowed that down. They've actually slowed that scene down. And I think he only landed one punch. But the thing is, when you're judging a fight and you're right there and you're looking at it, it's really looking like things are happening. That may not be happening. You don't have slow-mo and replay and all those things, so you have to just count strikes for that round, instantaneously. You have to say exactly which one was a significant strike and which one was just a normal strike. Which one landed, which one didn't, which one grazed off the glove, which one grazed off the shoulder, which one just hit the chest. You have to go ahead and make these evaluations on a flash. I think the scoring and the judging was all over the place that night. And I don't, when you go back and you look at that fight, the person that walked out there with the most damage done to him was Dominic Reyes. His face and look at the post-fight press conference. Look how clean. Jon walked in and he was clean. He looked fresh. Okay, and then Dominic walked in, man, and his face was in shambles. His forehead literally was in shambles. It looked like somebody baked a skillet on it. All right, because I just don't think that he landed the cleaner strikes. I don't think he landed significant strikes in that. Right? If you scratch what they're talking about with these scores being, oh yeah, Dominic landed more in that third round, and you just really go back and watch the fight and look at the strikes he actually landed versus the strikes that Jon actually landed, it's clear. Plus octagon control, plus aggressiveness. He faded in the third round, man. I hate to say that. He really did. He started fading, and then the fourth round, he was gone. He was backing up the whole time. And then, you got this 13-time world champion that's pressing you down and hitting you with all this crazy stuff, kicks to the knees, those teep kicks that he does right at your knee. Jon just kicks at your joints and shit. And Jon could hurt you, man. He could really hurt you. Long people could hurt you where they could really, he's the longest guy in the division, and it was wearing on him. That pace that Reyes was on in the first two rounds, that was amazing pace. It faded, man. It's because you're going to get you on 5 rounds with a world champion, a 13-time world champion, and I just don't think he did enough to win that fight. I'm serious, And when you go back and you look at it, go back and look at the tape. Go back and tell me, was Jon Jones ever hurt in that fight? That's all you have to ask yourself. Because I just don't think that was ever happened. You need to hurt the champion. If you're trying to beat the champion, okay, you need to really take it to the champion. I just don't think he did that enough. He did that do enough. And I would have had the scores just about that 3-2. Yeah, 3-2, 3 rounds. Because he took over in the third round. No lie. He literally took over in the third round. And I like Dominic Reyes, man. I really didn't know what was going to happen in that fight. I really did not know what was going to happen in that fight. You know, and so like literally, he was bringing it to him. He wanted him. But you got to see, like, it's like one of those ordeals of like, is this going to last? So, but yeah, UFC Auckland is going to be coming up. We're just talking about who's going to be next for Jon Jones, you know, because shoot, man, Reyes doesn't even really want one. He's not really even campaigning for a hardcore. Jan wants it. That's another thing. He wants to take time off and stuff and go on this victory tour, this People's Champ victory tour, Dominic Reyes. Yeah, you can do all that, man, but you need to be campaigning for that rematch, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, you know, he lit your ass up. That's why you talking about you want to go on vacation. Jon looks healthy. Jon's over there. Jon's a UFC Albuquerque. Yeah. All right. So we got to talk about this Michel Fiera. Yeah, he's from a different country. He's just now really coming in. He's from Brazil, but he's just now really getting known in the UFC. He's actually been in the UFC, and he's had a lot of wins. Michel Fiera versus Diego Sanchez fight, because that was silly. That was silly. Diego was never in that fight. That was out. He was out. He was never inside of that fight whatsoever. It was horrifying. It looked like a massacre was about to go down. It looked like somebody was about to get decapitated at any moment. Like, and that's the thing. Like, if Michel Fiera wasn't playing with his food, he would have just walked through him. Like, that dude is big, and he has crazy athleticism, power out this world. He can take off, has explosiveness. That dude has amazing talent. All right, I know you guys are mad from him dancing and shit like that. I'm not mad at that. Shit, I'm with Bisping on that. Keep it up, more dancing. Shit, I want it all. But yeah, and come out here and fucking finish people too while you're at it. Don't go all 3 rounds with this dude. If he was murdering that dude, man. He was murdering Sanchez. And Diego, man, he's so tough. You know, he could take a lot of strikes. That knee to the dome he took, though, that was enough. He knew that was the only way to get out of this fight with the win. That's so sad. That's so sad, man. But hey, he took advantage. He did take advantage, but it's in the rules. He could do that. He could just say, "Oh, I'm done." Kind of the easy way out, right? I know, but hey, he's on his way out. So that's the thing. So yeah, and that's the thing. Now Michel Pierre, he's got to bounce back from all of this, and it's going to be pretty ridiculous. I look at. Because he's got 2 fights now, 2 losing streaks right now, 2-fight losing streak. I'm like, bruh, that's kind of weird to me that you even have that kind of losing streak. Oh no. I just look at that. I look at that shit and I think about shit like this. Like, what the hell? But at the same time, he needs to fight bigger names. Michel Fiera needs to fight bigger names. He needs to fight bigger names than Diego Sanchez. This was his opportunity, though. Now, here's the thing. You're in the heat of the moment, and you're just throwing fucking knees. It's hard to see that the guy just hit the ground. It happened in a nanosecond. He literally just dropped. He just hit one, and it was just like boom, boom, boom. He was just going back and forth with the knees. It's hard to know, man. It's hard to be the fighter and the referee. It's hard to, oh, wait, let me stop. I have this guy hurt. And literally, oh, he's dropping. Let me go ahead and throw it. Like, the thing is, you're just in the heat of a 3-round fight, so I don't think it should have been like a DQ. I mean, if you whoop someone's ass for like 4 minutes and 30 seconds, and then he finds a technical way out, he still won the fight, man. I mean, I understand the guy can't continue, but that should just be a no contest. It's just because he wasn't gonna win. Yeah, so just give it to the guy that did the most work that night. Let's not take advantage of a fucked up rule set that they need to change. Literally. You can't control that shit. That's why they need fucking almost pride rules, where basically you can't put a hand down. What's the difference than you taking a knee, you getting hit in the face, right? Boom, with a knee. What's the difference from you getting hit in the face with a knee like this or with one hand on the ground? Boom. It's the same knee. It's the same effect. It's still going to hurt. Let me put my hand down really quick before this other knee comes in. I'm about to get fucking knocked out. Let me put my hand down really fast. Ooh, he hit me with it. Now I can quit. How is that fair? Just happened to be where if your hands or feet are on the ground, okay, you just can't be on your knees too. That's what I said. All right, because obviously then you're really there. But you got to be on both hands, you got to be in turtle position pretty much. All right, then no knees to the face. But we can't just say in a nanosecond of a heat of the moment fight, I'm beating the shit out of this dude. Oh, we're all over the place. He drops down. Boom, I hit it with a knee. Oh, what? Oh, it's over. You disqualified. It's like, wait, what? I didn't even know what happened. It's not like he did it on purpose. He didn't even know what happened. Yeah, he was just fighting. And that's what happens in a fight. All right, so yeah, but the person that did the most work should win. It's silly. Yeah, I'm just gonna go here. I'm just gonna mollywop this dude. You're taking advantage of a horrible rule set. It's a horrible rule set. It's supposed to be for protective fighters. This is no. People are using this to their own advantage to get out of fights. The whole reverse, the total reverse is happening. Okay, you're using it to your advantage to get out of the fight and with a win. Let me put my hand down really fast. It's silly. All right. We'll talk about more later on FightCast. We'll see you guys later.